is my third and hopefully final time talking about this Lilly Gaddis chick, because the more we find out about her, the more detestable and unfortunately more correct I was in the assertion that, this was all clout driven, this was all staged, this was all planned. But who ended up biting hook, line, and sinker? Your favorite trad cucks, the people that have endless numbers of white capes to try to come out and save these hoes. But at least this time around, this obvious attention grift, well, it's getting called out before it really boils and bubbles up to something even better, because as Frank J. McCormick, not familiar, as he points out, as several other people have as well, she said the N-word on TikTok, that's it, she offers no substantive commentary or insight, the grift is out of control and it hurts the right. Well, yeah, just ends up making you look stupid, okay, by trying to make her the new conservative icon, okay, and I'm not one to say that, we need to win a battle of optics, that, oh, heaven forbid that the left might look at us in a certain way by just, holding on to a racist. No. This is nothing about capitulating to the left. They can go straight to hell for all of their goofy ass takes. This is just elevating somebody who isn't trying to help anything, is just trying to come in quick, get their attention grift, and move on to something else. A TradWife drops a racist slur. Why the right's trolling economy made Lilly Gaddis's rise inevitable. Yeah, this is kind of crazy, because Salon actually makes a decent point here. Okay, let's stipulate up front that theoretically possible that Lilly Gaddis, wannabe TradWife influencer, did not realize that what she was doing when she used the N-word in her recent cooking TikTok. Her defenders, far more numerous now than in her anonymous past, offer an innocence by ignorance excuse. Which, yeah, no, I see a far more, oh, it's free speech, it was just funny, she was just trying to make a joke. Which it's like, yeah, if that was the end of it, okay, if that's all she was doing, it's fine. It's just a word. I would use that defense for anybody. It was just also the rest of the content to that video where she was blaming men for all the problems and then trying to figure out that, oh, she does have a past on the internet when she was making less inflammatory stuff. It wasn't really taken off. And then she also realized that, hey, I'm a somewhat attractive blonde-haired, blue-eyed chick on the internet, and tradcucks are the single thirstiest demographic not out of Bangladesh. So yeah, I stand to lose nothing but gain everything. But even not knowing the story, you'd be right to be skeptical. After all, she didn't just let the word slip. She filmed, edited, and posted the content online. Like I said, are we in a mirror world? Because Salon's making some points. If you actually watch the clip that has gone viral, it has become even harder to ignore the likelihood that this was a deliberate word choice. Exactly. In the video, Gaddis is decked out in a standard TradWife gear with of a cleavage-bearing sundress and a cross necklace to justify the sexualized marketing. Of course, man. She is vaguely arranging food while providing a rant tailor-made to tickle the reactionary TradCon brain. She accuses immigrants and black women of being gold diggers while insisting Christian white girls like herself love you, pathetic male viewer, solely for your masculine might, even if you're broke. Exactly. She is going for maximum shock value, not just dropping very trepidatiously the N-word because she knows it's coming. She stutters a little bit before she says it, but then continues on with her pre-rehearsed script. But the other $5 curses that are clearly meant to offer a transgressive thrill, coming from the young woman playing at being a more scantily clad June Cleaver. But just in case there was any lingering doubt, as a deliberate play for attention, Gaddis soon confirmed in a tweet to the outrage, "Thank black community for helping to launch my new career in conservative media. You all played the role well, like the puppets you are." Yeah, exactly, man. And then also following it up with the N-word heard round the world, and then she spun out, got booked on one of the biggest grifters in the space, Alex Stein, ding, who also, detestably so, had Trevor Bauer's Me Too accuser on his show, when that bitch should be resigned to the dustbins of history. But if you want to talk about grifters, in a sense, just trying to get a rise out of conservative media, I mean, nobody's more obvious at doing that than Alex Stein. So why would you be surprised at this self-perpetuating outrage machine? People doing more and more outrageous stuff in order to generate attention. Why wouldn't you think that there wouldn't be a substantive overlap? Actually, Joker, Better Bachelor, does point out something I've been saying for a while, so, parallel thinking on this one. She says the N-word on social media, tells men not to be, pansies, and a man up and marry a leftist girl to make her conservative, and now she's the darling of the conservative podcast circuit. The right is just as bad, if not worse than the left in so many ways, and as I've made mention time and time again, and several other people have as well, the right just really has a validation problem. They want to be able to look over to the left that has all of the celebrities and point out whenever some C, D, E, F list celebrity crosses the aisle and says one generically quote-unquote based talking points, oh, look at that, the Hollywood narrative has been smashed, no more leftist control, when in actuality this is somebody at the end of their career, somebody who has nothing else really going for them. They might be earnest in their assertion of their conservative leanings, but in reality, it's just kind of a last-ditch effort to have a little temporary bump in relevance before they call it a career. It's even worse, because you got the celebrity aspect of that, with celebrity worship on the right, and the same thing, with chicks, because what is one of the clarion calls of your tradcucks that are out there? Oh, you take a look at those leftist chicks, and oh, you can always tell whenever a chick's a liberal or a leftist, they'll go back, they'll get their dyed hair, they'll get all their facial piercings. Right-leaning chicks, conservative chicks are so much more attractive. That's the kind of simping that I despise. Any medium, any forum, whenever somebody's trying to assert a political position. I do the same thing, and I call that stuff out when we're talking gaming, trying to hinge all of your argumentation on, oh, my ugly women. No, there's other stuff at play. You can go ahead, you could throw out that argument. It's not your strongest. You'd work that in. It's like a stand-up comedian where you start out with your B-grade material, you work with your C and D stuff in the middle, and then you close with your A. But yeah, trying to go ahead and promote beauty, even though it's a dime a dozen, as your best-selling feature, not listening to the argumentation on display, which, hey, we can just go ahead and do that right now. Spoiler, I can just go ahead. I'll link you to the video, obviously. But you might be able to see a couple of things in the background right there. And if she's palling around with the Fuentes types, if she's out there at America First Political Action Committee Convention or whatever the hell it's called, Fuentes' meet and greet where Sneeko got his, teeth rearranged. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Why you got a hat with a certain writing on it, and why do you got a flag from a certain country? That won't end up working out all that well for you. But then also, if it wasn't obvious from the content of her posting, where she's just simply putting another spin on the what happened, where did all the good men go, and only real men would X. It's never a woman's fault because realistically, the man in the relationship should be taking charge, just abdicating any responsibility, but wanting all of the authority. It's a feminist in a sundress, wearing a little cross necklace. It's old, it's tired. It was tired during the headline-grabbing days of Lauren Chen, Lauren Southern, Tommy Lahren, all of those types. And it's even more pathetic in 2024. And it's even worse when the likes of, Jeremy from the Quartering is pointing it out. The grift has already fallen apart. A section of the right-wing online community found out that she was a single mom. Oh no! And she's giving TradWife advice? Interesting. It all started to collapse. The base TradWife thing, the pro-Israel stuff, which is just a troll now, couldn't hold it together for a goddamn week. You astroturfed your success. You made that scripted, edited video, blasted it on the internet, knowing that, yeah, you know what? Hey, I'll have an easy fallback. I'll have an easy net because, yeah, I still have appreciable assets. Okay, she's probably mid-20s or something like that. First thing that, really made it obvious to me was when she was doing the video. Okay, I got this on the wrong finger, but yeah, when she was, showing around, gesticulating, asking what happened, where did all the men go? There was something missing on her left hand. Okay, couldn't quite put my finger on it, but made note of it at the time. It's like, okay, cool. If you, from a female perspective, are going to be giving relationship advice, you're going to be giving good, solid nuclear family advice, shouldn't you be participating in that? Because the end state of dating, when it comes to men, or for women specifically, is to have that family. It is to consolidate your resources on the one guy that scratches your hypergamous itch the best. When it comes to men, it's sourcing as many as possible. Women seek quality, men seek quantity. It's really not that difficult. It's apparently too difficult for somebody that just wanted some overnight success. They just wanted instant gratification. Consequences be damned. But now that you burnt the little fringe celebrity that you had, you did your podcast tour, people realize that you don't really have anything to add other than a warm mouth and some soft hands, you'll be done and dusted like every other chick spinning a sob story. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if she also picks up like some of her other former TradWife contemporaries, like, you know, Lauren Southern, and run back and say just how bad the right wing is and how judgmental they are on single mothers, and, you know, pop up on the enlightened centrist or reformed TradWife side of this equation. She'll try it. Best of luck to you, though. Even more best of luck to that kid, because we know what happens to, you know, children raised from single moms. And as freely as she drops the N-word, you know, probably also biracial kid. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.